Hey Penguins, as you can see, I'm following the governor's instructions of social distancing, physical distancing. I'm here in the Pollock House, in my Pollock House office, but I really felt like as we get ready to begin tomorrow morning with our classes, that I have a chance just to share a couple things with you. We sent out a little video a couple days ago and we asked for some questions, and you were so great to tell us what you were thinking and ask questions and let us know what's on your mind. And so I've kind of divided some things up that most ask questions. We won't get to all of them because you've had a lot of great questions. We're going to have a live stream town hall on Tuesday at noon to cover some of the things we don't get covered today, and maybe some new questions after we've had a couple days in our virtual classrooms. But I started with the section on the financial questions. There were some questions brought up by room and board housing students here on campus, and look for your communication from Eddie Howard and the Residence Hall staff that we do have a plan for a prorated refund for those of you that were living in our residence halls and dining in our dining halls. Also, there were a lot of questions about various fees, whether they be parking fees or lab fees or general fees or whatever. And so stay tuned. You will have an overall fee credit this week. Again, keep an eye on your emails. This is especially a time where you have to stay glued into your technology and the communication that we're going to try to have on a consistent basis. There were a lot of questions about student employment. I think Claire Berardini and that group have sent out a communique in terms of the needs we have to have a lot of our students we've gotten used to your help and will need it remotely, and some other various things. So look for that communique. And there were also questions about, is there anything that we can help with from a tuition payment standpoint? And again, stay tuned for that, because there will be some relaxed due dates and some things made. As we know, a lot of people have a lot of different situations. So those were the financial things, and there may be some others, but those did come quite a bit from your questions. And then there's another section that I'd like to call the academic questions. So here we are. We're excited to get started tomorrow morning, and we made a little board. Many of you know Katie Hartwig, and she's got much better penmanship than I have. So she came in well over 6 feet separate from me to write down some things on a little whiteboard here that we can go over from an academic checkpoint. So the first one that we have up there on the far left is a lot of questions about, well, what are some tips? I haven't taken courses online. What are some suggestions? So we have a few for you there today. Create a comfortable physical space. You've got to be able to be comfortable and be focused, not be distracted, be able to really get into your work. Number 2, identify ideal times for your coursework. Number 3 there, assess your software and do you have everything you need? And we're going to talk a little bit here in a moment about online needs and so forth. Number 4 there, decide how to organize your coursework. Google Doc folders, files, etc. The next one, find a virtual study buddy to stay motivated. Even though we're not together and we're 6 feet apart and all the rest, we can still communicate, we can still encourage one another, we can still help one another, give tips to one another, ask questions to one another. And then the last one there, self-care. Find something you enjoy. Make it a priority. Make sure you still have a little bit of exercise. Make sure that you eat well, and make sure you get your rest, because you'll find that it's a grind going to class normally. What's a grind doing it remotely? So take care of yourself. Make sure that you have that self-care. And those were just a few of the online coursework tips. And then moving to the online access tips. A lot of questions about what if I don't have, etc. The first one there will be a private cloud environment created, the information with access information that you would typically use in the YSU computer labs. So as of 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, you will be able to access that private cloud environment. So make sure that you take charge of that and get on that beginning tomorrow. Also, people asked about laptops and Wi-Fi and so forth. Loaner laptop and Wi-Fi hotspots are available. Call the service desk, 330-941-1595 if you have any questions there. Some of you have filled out a survey, and if you've already filled out your survey with that need, you don't need to do anything else. Just follow the instructions from the survey. If you haven't filled out your survey, fill out your survey so that you can find out any help there. And then the third one there, the free Spectrum Wi-Fi through the end of June. So if you want to sign up for that, the number's there. Be patient. People have said it takes a little while. It's just like whenever you call to get things from Amazon or whatever, sometimes they put you on hold and so forth. So be patient and get yourself that free Spectrum Wi-Fi. And then at the bottom there, if you could just grab that screen and print it or whatever. Any questions, call the Penguin Service Center. The number is there below, or you can email onestop@ysu.edu. That service is available from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And then one other question that was brought up quite a bit was, what has the discussion been about the capability of taking one of my courses or two of my courses or all of them from a credit, no credit standpoint? That was brought up by our faculty senate. They talked about it a lot. They think there's a lot of reasons why that might be a path for someone to do it. So you have up to April 24th to decide if you would like to take that course, credit, no credit, or those courses, but you need to have counsel with your faculty member and or your advisor so that we're just not having people just blindly do it, because there may be a course or two, especially with people who have some graduate school interests or so forth, that they may not be able to take a given course, credit, no credit, but we do think a bulk of the courses, you will have that opportunity to do so. A reminder again, Tuesday at noon, we're going to have a live stream town hall. We'll be able to maybe go over some of these things again, or maybe be able to answer some of the other questions. And you all had a lot of great questions, and there's none of them that we're not on it. Every one of the questions you asked, we are developing a plan for. A special thanks goes out to our IT department. They have been just heroes in this. Our faculty, they have just stepped up and they have been unbelievable in assuring us we're going to get this done. Our entire staff, our administration, we're fortunate. And if you think about this extraordinarily difficult time, you know, we're pretty blessed. We've had a lot of great instruction from the federal level, the state level, community level. On campus, our people have just rolled up their sleeves and said, hey, what is it that I can do? Because we're going to get through this. We're going to make sure that our goal being every single one of you that works hard is going to be able to progress and earn your credits. You seniors, you're going to be able to graduate and get that diploma. You're probably not going to have your big celebration and big commencement activity until later on, later in the summer. I've been throwing out the fact that it might be fun to have a great penguin party when we're moving into the residence halls and apartments and so forth in August. Maybe also have commencement that weekend and just have a giant party here in the Y-Town. But stay tuned in. We're blessed that we have a lot of help. Now it's time to do your part. If every single one of us do our part, we're going to get through this just fine, and it's going to be one of those things that we say, I remember where I was in 2020. There's no question about it. Looking forward to speaking with you on Tuesday at noon in our live stream town hall. Get ready to go.